Architecture. Let's talk a little bit about anxiety. Obviously, there's some anxiety going through me right now because I'm thinking about the baby coming soon and what are we going to do and are we going to be prepared and are things going to be okay? Is the baby going to be healthy and are we going to have everything it needs? Is it going to cry a lot? All these little thoughts that just kind of run through the background. Meditation teaches you to let all these thoughts come in and just like a breath, take them in, breathe them out. I'm not actually very good at meditating, but I think that's a wonderful technique just in your day-to-day life. Don't ignore things. Don't pretend they're not there, as the movie Inside Out would tell you. You know, it's very important to acknowledge all of your different emotions. They're all there. They're all totally valid. And then, you know, move on from there. So self-awareness, that's important. What was I talking about? Architecture, anxiety. So here's the thing. I love building models in 3D. I love VR. CAD is something that I have never particularly enjoyed in my life for a few reasons. One, it's unlike Revit, you're drawing lines. These lines represent things. They don't actually have embedded information about those things. In Revit, you draw a wall. In AutoCAD, you draw 2 lines and you tell everyone it's a wall. In Revit, if you need to make a bunch of adjustments to a design, you might make those changes 3 or 4 places, and then, you know, those changes ripple out to the rest of the drawings and the 3D model and all that, and it's done. In CAD, if you're making some changes, I think of my time at Raphael Vignoli doing floor drains and sprinkler systems for the Mina Zayed $4 billion, 365 million square foot hotel in Abu Dhabi. I get told that an elevator had to move and all those things shift. I have to go through 50 to 200 drawings, I can't even remember how many it was anymore, and move all those things 10 feet. So CAD is not very smart. It is a weird somewhere middle ground between having like a 3D model like in Revit and just sketching on paper, which is much more free-flowing and intuitive. So I am doing this project right now for the Park Avenue Armory, studying their mezzanine and how, you know, they might want to change that and how we might get wheelchairs up there. And it's not that complicated. I'm sure that I have every brain cell and bit of knowledge I need to be able to make this thing work, and yet every time I sit down to do it, I want to work on something else, anything else. Part of it has to do with it being in CAD, part of it has to do with my fear that it won't be done by the time the baby's coming, especially if the baby comes tomorrow or today, it won't be done. And then just not knowing enough about what the client, in this case the Armory, really wants from the thing. And that could be totally my false perception. But I just want to say, I guess, that that it's an interesting place to be in, where I can love Revit, 3ds Max, Unity, VR, all these different things so much, and still be so intimidated after working in CAD since I think 2007, 8 years, still be really bothered and frustrated, and anxious about working in CAD. I guess because it never feels like it's really accomplishing anything. I guess that's the easiest thing to say. Almost never have I gotten done with an AutoCAD project and thought, like, that feels good, I was done. Except, I guess, sometimes when I'm doing seating layouts, because that's kind of a puzzle. There's very clear rules to it. I know what I can and can't do, and then when I'm done, it feels like I solved a puzzle. So that's good, but everything else, weird. It's going to be really interesting to see what my office will be doing when I'm gone for probably 2 weeks. I think I said I'd be gone for 2 weeks. And then I want to take a bunch of like 3-day weeks, 4-day weeks, and hopefully that'll take me into Thanksgiving, which would be great. Just guessing, I'm going to want to spend a lot of time at home with my new baby, so I hope that works out. Yeah, architecture. Work. There's another thing I'm supposed to be doing for Rice. Someone in my office would really love a VR model out of this. I would love to do that. If I didn't have so much else going on today, I would try to, from home, get the Park Avenue Armory stuff done, and then have it so that if I can go into work tomorrow, I can focus entirely on bringing a model into VR. That'd be great. But anyway, yeah, just thought I'd talk a little bit about that. I'm curious. You know, they say that after you have a baby that's for a lot of people, it's actually good for them in their time management because they have so little time to do all the things they want to do that there's no procrastinating, no bullshitting around. You know what you need to do, and you go bam, 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 I'm getting all these things done because I have to. And I think that's what it comes down to, is the necessity of it. Like, I have to get this done in an hour because that's all I have and it has to get done. And I tend to work pretty well on tight deadlines like that. But yeah, I'll be curious to see, especially in situations like this at work where I'm anxious and not getting things done as quickly as I need to, especially when I have kind of flexible deadlines, because this has been going on for like 3 weeks now or something like that. I'll be curious to see how that changes. So architecture, baby coming soon, yeah.